50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Modern Warfare is one of the most beloved games in the Call of Duty series. It was the game that made COD what it is today. Without Modern Warfare, I don't think we have games like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, 2 and 3. I was only able to play the original Modern Warfare when it came out as released in 2007, as I was too young to play it and I didn't own a PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 to play it until 2016 when I decided to remaster the game alongside the other COD coming out that year called Infinite Warfare. So that's why in this video I'll be going for the Modern Warfare Remastered Platinum. The remaster is nearly the same as original, except that there's better graphics and some other changes in the multiplayer that doesn't affect the Platinum. There isn't a thing that I dislike majorly about the game. However, during the campaign I found when being shot the flinch will make your weapon go up. This can be annoying at times, especially at a higher difficulty, but once I got used to the flinch it became less annoying to deal with. This was the game that introduced Captain Price and Soap, who are arguably the most famous characters in Call of Duty history alongside Woods and Mason from the Black Ops series. If I was to choose between the two, I would pick Woods and Mason as I enjoy them a little bit more, but don't get me wrong, Captain Price and Soap is so enjoyable. Even though you're not required to play the multiplayer to platinum this game, I do want to say something about it, as you can't talk about COD without talking about the multiplayer. From what I played recently, it's still pretty good, and I might even say it's better than most recent Call of Duties. Looking at you, Vanguard. Now, if you're platinum in a COD game, you know the trophies are almost the same, except for a couple of changes depending on what side modes in the game. However, most of the trophies are campaign related. Anyways, well out of the way, let's now talk about Modern Warfare Remastered Platinum, shall we? There were a total of 51 trophies, which consists of 34 bronzes, 15 silvers, 1 gold and a platinum trophy. It takes around 30 hours to complete with a difficulty rating of 5 out of 10, so now let's get on with the platinum. Before playing the campaign, I decided to play on the hardest difficulty called Veteran, so at the end of the story I can earn a deeper and hard trophy and not have to replay the campaign for a second time, which I didn't want to do. However, I do want to bring up there's a way of choosing the Veteran difficulty. All you have to do is play the missions and recruit difficulty, go to the final checkpoint, quit over the mission, then finish off the last checkpoint on Veteran. The Veteran playthrough was actually alright to do, as I wasn't stuck in any particular sections throughout the campaign. Yes, some parts I died on a couple of times, mostly it's learning where the enemies are. However though, I found one section to be the hardest for me to pass, and it's in the mission called Safe House. It's immediately at the start of the level where you have to search the buildings for Al-Assad. For the life of me, I couldn't pass this section. As soon as I left the house, I'd be going down easily. After many tries and looking on the internet to help me get past this, I realised I need to use helicopter to distract enemies so I can approach the houses. After figuring that out, I completed the Safe House mission soon after. When you complete the campaign, you unlock a bonus mission called Mile High Club where you have to rush through your plane to rescue a hostage. This is notoriously known for its challenge, and rightly so, as for 30 minutes I was trying to complete it. What makes this hard is that you have two constraints you have to deal with. The first one is you have to play on Veteran difficulty. The second constraint is that you have a minute to save the hostage. Before playing Mile High Club, I would recommend you to watch a guide, as it will generally help you to know what to do throughout the mission. Keep in mind it will take some RNG, as not every enemy will be in the same location as previous runs. Now overall, the campaign for this game wasn't hard to complete. It's very simple to do. Of course, being a Veteran, it can be a pain. If you step behind cover and be smart and shoot at enemies, then most encounters won't be much of a problem. So here's the trophies for the campaign. Now onto the collectibles. In total there's 30 until you have to collect throughout the campaign. Each level can either have 2 or 3 until in it, and while on chapter select it shows you how many you've collected in each mission, which I like. The collectibles are not that hard to collect. During my playthrough I nearly found half of them without properly looking for them. Then after I finished the story I went into chapter select and found the rest of them. However though, if you want to shorten the grind of finding the collectibles, you can collect them while going through the story. Unlike me, I didn't do that. I did the long way of doing it, which is just collecting them through chapter select. Anyways, here's the 2 trophies for the collectibles. Now onto the miscellaneous trophies. There are some easy ones like stab an injured an enemy or kill 2 enemies by blowing up a car. Most likely you earn these trophies by playing through the campaign, and there's no point in me explaining them. So here's the miscellaneous trophies.
Affirmative. Come on.
Now onto the harder miscellaneous rated trophies. The first one is called Gillies in the Mist, which to earn you have to complete all Gillied up without alerting any enemies. This wasn't hard to do, as I completed it while playing through the story. All you have to do is listen to Captain McMillan and do what he says, and if you do that then you earn this pretty easily.
Let's move.
The next trophy is called Retro Shooter, which requires you to complete any level without reloading your weapon. I unlocked this while going for the Gillies in the Mist trophy, which surprised me a lot. As I looked at it, it looked kinda hard to do. The next trophy is called New Squadron Record, which requires you to complete the cargo mock-up in less than 19 seconds. Before going for this, I thought it'd be difficult, but in all honesty I found it to be quite easy enough, as once you know where to shoot, then all you have to do is beat the time.
Door! Hit the targets!
The next trophy is called Best of the Best, which requires you to beat Infinity Ward's best time in the cargo ship training course. This is quite similar to the New Squadron Record, but this time you need to beat the time within 15.1 seconds. This can be hard as it requires full of room for error, however just like the previous trophy, if you do this enough times and know what to do, then you can beat the time.
Through the door! Hit the targets!
The next trophy is called Master Ninja, which to earn you have to beat any level only using a knife to kill enemies. This is easy to complete as you can do it in the crew expandable mission and set the difficulty to your crew to make it even easier for yourself. Next trophy is called Feel the Heat, which requires you to find the Desert Eagle and crew expendable and kill 5 enemies with it. This is pretty easy to earn, all you have to do is find the enemy that has it, pick it up and kill 5 enemies that you see. The next trophy is called Feel the Heat, which to earn you destroy 4 tanks and overpass with the Javelin missile in the bog mission. This is easy but it requires timing, as when you pick up the Javelin, tanks will come and if you're not quick enough they will draw away from you, resulting in you having to start the checkpoint and try it again. The next trophy is called Your Show Sucks, which requires you to destroy all TVs showing a sad speech. This is alright to do, but towards the end of the mission there's a room that has a bunch of TVs showing a speech. If you're not paying attention, then you might potentially miss one TV and having to start the whole mission again.
It's on a loop.
The next trophy is called Bird on the Ground, which requires you to shoot down an enemy helicopter with an RPG. This is easy to do as you can do it in the mission heat, but while heading towards the barn, there's RPG sitting there. Pick them up and shoot one of the 3 helicopters that are behind you. The next trophy is called Fly Swatter, which requires you to destroy 8 enemy helicopters in heat. This is easy enough to do as when you're in the mounted machine gun, 5 helicopters spawn, shoot them down, then while heading towards the barn, pick up the RPGs and shoot down the 3 helicopters. When doing this, I would recommend you shoot from left to right as the left helicopter will leave first. The next trophy is called a Weapon Master, which requires you to get a kill with each type of handheld gun, explosive and launcher in a single player campaign. This is annoying to do as you don't really know what weapon you need for the kill, so I went through every weapon until I locked it. However look, to make the kill count towards a weapon, you have to go to the next checkpoint. Keep that in mind when going for this. The next trophy is called Dogs. I hate dogs. It requires you to kill 20 attack dogs with a knife. This is easy enough to do. Just load up all gear up mission and alert the first 2 guards. Then 3 dogs appear, kill them with your knife and repeat this until you kill 20 dogs. The next trophy is called Manfred's Machine, which requires you to alert the enemy helicopter and all get it up and take it down. This was mildly annoying as a helicopter does a lot of damage and the only way of taking it down is standing in the open. It takes 2 shots of Javelin to take it down as well. The final trophy is called Man on the High Tower, which to earn you define use hidden cash in the mission heat. This is easy as to start of the mission, just head to the top of the tower and after you reach the tower you find the stashed RPGs. Use all of it on the enemies down below. After that, unlock the platinum for Modern Warfare Remastered. Overall, the game's pretty solid. It's not the best Call of Duty. I personally think Black Ops 1 and 2 are better as they have zombie modes, but don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy Modern Warfare Remastered. The platinum list for this game is pretty simple as it only requires you to play the campaign and not the multiplayer. The hardest trophy could either be completing the story in Veteran or completing Mile High Club in Veteran. Then the rest of the trophies aren't that hard to earn. Anyways, that's the video. If you enjoyed it and want more videos like it, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more platinum videos and I'll see you in the next one.